Hi there, my name's Wayne Ferdine, and I'm the author of Sales Leadership, Distinctions with a Difference. Thank you for downloading this lead generation tool. I'm very excited about taking a few minutes to give you a little more in-depth explanation of how to use the tool so you can take best advantage of it. This lead generation tool is specifically intended for those of you that are in some type of direct sales. That could be financial services, life insurance, perhaps network marketing, other direct sales programs. Unless you're specifically being given leads to go out and develop into prospects and potentially win business with, you need to have some type of tool to help you build your customer base. Now, I don't know if you've ever heard this, but I like to teach people that selling really is about only two things. Number one, find someone to talk to, and number two, talk to them. Now, each of those two things is highly complex and can be incredibly involved. One of the things I'm going to be doing is launching a direct sales training program. That's going to get into the meat and potatoes of both one and two, but that's something for later. What I really want to focus on today is helping you understand how to use this direct sales lead generation tool. You know, they often say that death of a salesperson is having nobody to talk to. It's a very scary feeling. I know, I've been there. And maybe you've been in sales before. Maybe you've been in the program you're in now for some time and you've exhausted all of your current contacts and you aren't quite sure what to do next. Well, take advantage of this tool. And I want you to be very focused on just doing what you need to do using this tool. Don't get ahead of yourself. Don't get into part two. Number one is find someone to talk to. Number two is talk to them. Don't get into the talking to them part now. We're going to focus right now just on building a list. And so what I want you to do is start to write down a list of names. And you may not know everything about them that you need to know to go out and have that conversation. You may not even remember their last name. You may not know their phone number. You may not have an email address. For now, it's about writing down names and enough information that you can go back later and collect the rest of that data. So obviously, start with everybody you know, people you work with, people you went to school with, your own friends, your family, your neighbors, the guy you sit beside on the bus every day. Maybe you don't know his name, call him the bus guy. Think about the people maybe that you socialize with. Maybe you play sports or in any type of club or volunteer organizations. Great people, put them on the list. Who are you connected to on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on Twitter, on all of those social media accounts? You know, they do say that through 7 people, you can darn near touch everybody in the world. So start working through all of those contact bases and put their names on the list. Now, the reality is many of those people are not going to be interested in what it is you have to offer for any number of reasons. But at this stage of the process, don't take them off the list, because the word association, when you think of Bill, the guy that you golf with once a month, maybe by thinking of Bill and putting him on the list, you go, oh yeah, who was that guy we met 3 weeks ago? Many of these people that are on your list ultimately may never buy anything from you, may not even seriously listen to what it is you have to offer, but they may be able to offer you referrals. The most difficult person to contact in any sales environment is someone you have absolutely no prior knowledge of, the so-called cold call. Some people excel at it, most don't. So if you can get a hot lead, someone you know personally, or a referral, which is often talked about as a warm lead, much simpler way to approach them. So the name of the game is names. Do not prejudge. Make the list. You can sit down and work with your mentor, your sponsor, your manager, whoever it is in your structure to focus on how do I now take those names and turn them into real prospects, because you'll have your own approach, you'll have your own sales methodology, your own process. I'm not here to try and get in the way of any of that. All I want you to do is sit down and make the list. And remember this old adage, those you think will, won't. Those you think won't, will. So for today, and I reinforce this, take action and make the list. Target 100 names. If you can do 200, great. If you can do 500, fantastic. Again, this exercise is simply about getting names on paper. And later on, you'll filter them and decide who you're going to approach first, how you're going to approach them, who you're going to approach second, third, who you're going to ask for referrals, who you might ask just to evaluate your product or your service. In some cases, if you're new, you might be able to even say, listen, I'm new. I want to run the pitch by you. I know you'll be honest and tell me how well I do. And they might just turn around and say, that's interesting. I'm not interested, but my neighbor Mary might be. So that's what this is all about, lead generation. And like I started with, if you don't have somebody giving you leads for you to follow, you need to do this. And you need to do this probably on a fairly regular basis. I cannot even begin to remember how many times in the almost 30 years of selling that I've gone back and made a list, whether it's for direct sales businesses I've been involved with or corporate enterprise sales. Still have to do the same thing. Anyway, I wish you the best of success. And if you are all interested in learning more about my online sales training course, and maybe being even part of my beta test group to help me refine and develop the course, and it'll be offered at a significant discount in the near future for that group, just send me an email and let me know. Have a great day. Hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.